Our favorite new anime from 2025 was Kowloon Generic Romance. The mystery element keeps you engaged throughout the show, and it never felt like you knew the answer for too long before a reveal. There's also a much more mature tone to everything that's happening, as if the show is saying, we're all adults here, we're going to talk about darker things, like drug issues or depression and relations. But it does all of this without coming off as forced or edgy. The characters themselves were really well written, and the setting of the town felt like a character itself.
While watching the show, every character ended up being a best character as we got to know them. Even the fish.
I know that it didn't adapt all of the volumes of the manga, but with the ending that this show gave us, it felt very satisfying for an anime-only viewer like myself.
There aren't enough shows that give satisfying season endings anymore, so this one really stood out.
Now, I know a lot of people will avoid a show if it is an isekai, but I feel like my status as an assassin obviously exceeds the heroes is a cut above the rest. The majority of complaints that people have for the genre of isekai are just not present here. There's no harem element, you don't have to rehash adventurers' guilds, Akira doesn't go around the new world acting clueless, and there's a tangible plan to get home because he knows the demons can use teleportation magic.
And his role with his family makes it seem like going home might actually happen here.
The only thing that I can't argue is whether or not Akira is overpowered because he has a kind of magic that nobody else has seen before that seems almost limitless. He's also a very brooding, lone wolf type of character, so if you're the kind of person that can't handle OP powers or edgelords, then I can't help you here. Let's Go Karaoke was an excellent character piece, and it presented a good coming-of-age story without infantilizing it. Even though it was really quick to watch, this was something that sat with me for a couple weeks after I finished it, and I really liked all of the different character dynamics. It's also technically a music show without being a music show because it doesn't have any of the hallmarks of band or idol groups, so here you're treated to a little bit more humanized singing. It's also got a little bit of BL energy, just a smidge. Sometimes you get a vibe between the main characters, but then obviously in that case there's an age gap relationship that would be very problematic considering positions of authority, and so take that as you will. It's definitely not the main focus of the show though, it's just like an easier ship than average sort of thing. Cleavitas felt like it treated fantasy elements with a lot more weight and respect, which added to the more serious tone or nature of the show most of the time. The character designs for the show were also very memorable to me, and I very much enjoyed the way that they executed the majority of the combat.
Everyone had very unique powers that changed the shape of fights. And I thought it was cool how the swords held a lot of the abilities rather than the individual. And Cleavitas was a well-written OP character with limits.
However, I think this could have been a good contender to complete a story within 12 episodes if they had chosen to do that, so I'm a little sad that it wasn't self-contained within a single season. But at the same time, I would like to see what the future holds for a second season with them interacting with magic more.
They did a really good job concluding the story arc here, but they also have a lot of world built up that'll be fun to explore.